Well, there's 3 steps in Lean Process Redesign, and they are identify, analyze, modify. So step 1, identify. This involves mapping the current process the way that it is right now, or was the last time it was followed or used. We do this due to a key Lean principle, which is you can't fix what you can't see. So it's only by mapping out the process that you build a shared understanding and can look to identify problems and opportunities. I'm not sure if this is a good analogy, but remember Marie Kondo, the tidying expert from Netflix? I didn't quite watch the whole series, but I remember the first thing she would ask a guest to do when tidying a wardrobe or garage or kitchen is take everything out and put it on the bed or kitchen bench or garage floor. And only then can you sort out what is useful and sparks joy and what can be recycled or binned. It's kind of like that. It's not until you see this huge mass of clothes do you realize that you don't wear half of them anymore and there's so much waste sitting in your closet. It's a bit like that with a process. It's not until you map it out in all its messiness and ugliness you realize, wow, is that why things take so long, or that's how things are done? Till you see it, you can't analyze it and you can't fix it. So step 2 is analyze. So that involves analyzing the process maps, look for moments of friction or moments of opportunity. In pure Lean, we'd be talking about value add but required steps. But that can be a little bit difficult when the processes aren't always customer facing. And lastly, you're looking to modify, which is totally redesign the process from go to woe, to remove waste and improve the EX or the CX from the process, or deliver a more efficient or better outcome. How do you go about the above? Well, you first need to identify which processes you want to map. When I work with marketing teams on this, I ask them, which are your high value processes that you use frequently that involve multiple teams where you think there's the greatest opportunity to either improve the efficiency, team collaboration, and outcomes from the process. So you're either wanting to improve, that efficiency, effectiveness, productivity, or you want to improve the EX or the CX. And there's processes that are often used and perhaps a little bit mystical at the moment. You want to really clarify them and get them down. I've worked with all kinds of marketing teams to map something as big as how they develop their annual global marketing strategy, involving all different departments at different times to get the right buy-in, through to how they launch campaigns, how applications are managed, how they manage events, through to website updates and more. So it's quite flexible how you can apply this process mapping technique. It all depends on your business and team structure pain points and what you want to optimize. So once you've chosen the processes you want to map, you then need to identify a team member from each team and any relevant stakeholders that play a key part in the process. So say if it's related to an integrated campaign, you might have someone from your campaign or product marketing team, someone from digital, someone from, if they're still separated, of course, someone from content or creative services. If it involves an event, someone from the events team. The key is to have the person from each team that does the actual work from that team in that part of the process. So they know the process intimately. A mistake that's often made is a manager wants to get involved, but they don't know the detail of what actually happens. You really need the boots on the ground to map the current state. Ideally, you want a size of between 3 to 7 people involved in the process. Mapping that one process, I found that if you have more than this, it can become a bit unwieldy. Next, you add process time and lead time for each step. Process time is how long it takes to conduct the step, complete the task, if that is the only work that you are doing with 100% focus. So if a meeting takes 30 minutes, you put 30 minutes. If it takes 2 hours to write a brief, you write 2 hours next to the sticky note on the butcher's paper. Lead time is how long it takes considering everything else you have on your plate and any other variables, like when certain meetings take place. Say, for example, the person you need to meet is incredibly busy and it usually takes 5 days to get in their diary, or the lead time for that step is 5 days. Or if something needs to go to, say, a creative council or a committee meeting, which only happens every 2 weeks, then the lead time might be 2 weeks. You don't include the processing time in your lead time calculation. You continue to map out the process with the contributions of all team members as best you can. You then tally up the lead time and the process time and you see the discrepancy. It's not uncommon to see some lead times might be a year for a major project. And for other campaigns, you might see a lead time of 5 months where the actual processing time is less than 1 week. So you want to tally up the total processing time, total lead time, and then total time, which is a combination of both of those scores. You then end up with something you can see and therefore something you can fix.
You've been listening to Lean Mean Marketing Teams with Ty Hayes. If you love the show, please remember to hit subscribe so that you can discover more tips and strategies to build a high-performance marketing team. And if you're feeling generous, please tell someone about the show who you think would benefit. We're on a mission to help CMOs build their dream team and enable marketers to do their best work. And we appreciate your help in spreading the word.